it's great to see actually we've got 65 people on the call. It is really a pleasure for me to be able to welcome everybody to the launch of this partnership between the Heavy Clay Technology Association and the Clay Quarry Competence Group. It's lovely for me especially because as Paula outlined that I was right at the start of it. A slight different recollection from Paula. I tend to think of it more of a sort of we met in the lands that time forgot, which is usually Derby University, and I met this crazy lovely lady with purple hair. But the outcome is exactly the same, and I think is one of the huge assets for this partnership is the enthusiasm of Paula, but also is the pleasure I've had with the enthusiasm of all the team from the Heavy Clay Technology Association. I don't think I've ever worked with such an enthusiastic, an intellectually equipped group, and that was a real pleasure putting this together. And also a great thanks to James for doing the hard yards on managing to make it all work and put all our crazy ideas together. I see this as one of the people who know me in the Institute of Quarrying, is that I'm getting a bit of feedback. I hope that nobody else is getting that, but I do believe that the mineral sector is that we've got to be far better at coordinating ourselves, communicating among ourselves, and collaborating. And this is a fantastic example of that. And I do think that this will be seen as a real start. They'll start bringing the industry together and the sector together. I'm sure the importance of it will grow, and as we start working more together. What membership means to me, when we talk about the Institute of Quarrying, I was very.
It's presenting, just in case it's.
Carry on, Viv. Yeah, no, it's right. Don't worry.
What membership means to me, I was very, very lucky and fortunate to have been in the minerals industry for 47 years. I joined Steatley as a lab technician, and the irony, especially from today, was actually the first ever test that I was taught was plastic and liquid limits on some woven bentonite clays. So I'm one of the few people who probably can remember the Casagrande method, because I'm sure that it's moved on from there. But back then I did my professional qualification at it was DAPS then, which is the Doncaster version of Derby, and that gave me a real focus for my own personal development. And I've been a member of the Institute of Quarrying since 1984, which is 40 years now. And the great thing that the membership has given me is not only a fantastic network, but also friendship and superb continuous development opportunities. And I think that's really important because the mineral sector has no glass ceiling. I'm a perfect example of it, of a very rough and ready workshop lad with very few qualifications when I started, and has been managed to be educated by the industry, and actually and has given myself a fantastic living outfit. And I'm sure there's many people who are on the call today can actually use this partnership as an opportunity to develop their own personal toolbox, and this partnership will allow you to be able to do that very easily and give you some fantastic signposting to do it. So I think that leads me on to the future opportunities. I think they're very many and varied. I know, going back to the communicating, coordination, and collaboration, I think there's fantastic opportunities for that. As Paula said, that one of the really exciting things, and I think is an essential thing for the sustainability of the mineral sector is bringing new people into the sector and inspiring young people to come into the sector. And the Minerals Matter ambassadors, which is basically it's like very similar to a STEM, but it is run through the industry and by the industry, and all the resources for it are actually provided through any surpluses that come from MPQC. And I think that is a fantastic opportunity because we're taking ownership of the sustainability of our own sector. So please go on the Minerals Matter website and find out how to become an ambassador. And it becomes very rewarding and actually ties in very much with a lot of the work the IQ do. I think sharing resources and contacts is very important and a fantastic opportunity. I think also we're talking about the IQ here, but the IQ is also a far larger network than that. It's you're talking about a MPQC, which is James is as a joint CEO of IQ and MPQC. Quinjac, which is the Quarry's National Joint Advisory Council, which is the only organisation that can actually produce guidance other than the HSC, and also Quarry Management and Hillhead. So you're joining an extended family as well as not just the IQ. I think sharing experiences and information is another fantastic opportunity. And also another opportunity that will develop over time is that we're very fortunate with IQ and MPQC and the sector. We own our own database called Nexus and MP Connect. So I think there's a fantastic opportunity of putting data on there and sharing it, but also doing really good data analysis for membership from the organisation and understand for us to be able to plan apprenticeships and things for the future. So I managed to trim that down from 50 minutes, Paula. I hope that wasn't too rapid. And I think it passed back over to you, James, I think.
Thanks, Viv. Yeah, no, as expected. That's a very good summary, I think. Thanks very much, Viv. Yes, so hello, everybody. Yes, so as Viv says, I'm James Thorne. I'm the CEO of the Institute of Quarrying and also of Minerals Products Qualifications Council, which is a fantastic role to have and really sort of speaks to the whole point around collaboration and sharing. So just particularly wanted to sort of touch on a few points about the Institute of Quarrying for those of you that are potentially going to be joining us and what we can do and help and support. And I think it's important to remember that we've been around since 1917, so 107 years old. And we're a charity, and our charitable purpose is to advance the science and practice of quarrying internationally in the interests of the public at large. And that's really important because we were founded by three passionate individuals working in the quarrying industry in Carnarvon, who saw the direction of travel in the industry and wanted to do something about it, making sure that people were competent, had support, and were able to get home safely at the end of a working day. And they were passionate about that. And I think that's something that has run through the thread of the IQ over its entire history. And I think Viv today has been a very good demonstration of exactly how passionate our members are, how passionate our governance are, and that's something that sustains us as an organisation and has done and will continue to do so. I'm really pleased to say that in the conversations we've had with the HCTa representatives over the last year, that passion is there as well. So I think it's a very much a shared common goal. Just very simply, we can get it to work. If I'm just looking at that bit. There you go. Thanks, Paul. Yeah, so the Institute has around about 3,000 members in the UK at the moment. Obviously, traditionally, mainly in the quarrying sector, in sort of management supervisory roles related back to sort of the 81C kind of designation under the quarry regs. Over the years, that's expanded out. So we have members working in restoration, in health and safety, in all sorts of operations within the quarrying and mineral sector as a whole, which is really fantastic. Alongside that, we have around about 6,000 members worldwide, with affiliates in Australia, New Zealand, Malaysia, Hong Kong, and South Africa. And supplementing that, we have operations working in the Middle East. We've done training in Thailand, and we have members spread around the globe. So we are genuinely a international organisation with members supporting the mineral sector across the world, which is incredibly important, especially when we look at all of the issues that we've got facing us globally at the moment in terms of supply, technology, data, sustainability. Our industry is one of the solutions to those issues, not one of the problems, and I think we take that very seriously. And I think it's really important also to reinforce, I think Paula mentioned it, that we have a very strong relationship with the Centre for Mineral Products, the University of Derby, where we support that delivery of competence through the training that we do with the university across a whole range of aspects of the mineral sector, be it asphalt, concrete, mineral extraction, clay, cement, etc. So I think we are very much about supporting individuals, developing their competence and moving them forward, making sure that we can support them throughout their career, because we do believe in lifelong learning. So if I switch to the next slide, thanks, Paula. So what can we offer? Really, I think it is about that continuing professional development. So those of you that are familiar with the CPD, you know that we, as a membership organisation, require you to carry out records of your skills and competence, whether that's formal training or attending events and activities or various other courses that you might attend. That's really important to us to be able to demonstrate that, and that links nicely to our membership grades. So we have what we call 3 corporate membership grades, which is fellow, member and technical member of the institute. And again, for those of you that are thinking about joining us, we offer a service to be able to show you which level you'd be able to join at. And I think that's, again, a recognition of your experience, knowledge within the sector. As Viv alluded to, the importance and value of any membership organisation isn't people like me, it's about the members. We've got 3,000 members. The combined knowledge and experience of that membership is absolutely amazing. You learn something new every day, and that's best represented through our regional branch network. So we've got about 13 branches across the UK who offer fantastic CPD opportunities for members on a regular basis, be that face-to-face events, online, a whole range of other activities that go with that. Most particularly, I think one of the things that I would reflect on, especially there's one coming up soon on the 21st of March, is we do our what we call CPD days, and our next one is in Scotland. And again, these are fantastic opportunities for people to get together with fellow professionals from the sector and hear some of the latest updates, challenge themselves to refresh their knowledge and experience in certain areas. And they're just a great opportunity to network with others within the membership and from the wider sector. As Viv alluded to, obviously, most of you, if you've ever come across IQ, will be familiar with the Quarrying Management magazine, which goes out on a monthly basis, and again is probably the foundation of the membership benefit in many senses. And again, it's a really good read, and that's supplemented also by its digital online presence, which is Agnet. And again, that's really available for people to see and engage with. Alongside that, as a professional membership body, we do produce technical textbooks and guidance documents, probably most well known for our technical books, including health and safety, which are reviewed on a regular basis and updated, and again provide a really good base resource for those people working in the sector. Currently this year, you'll see, if you join us, the updated versions of our environmental management handbook, which has actually been broken down into more bite-sized chunks, if you will. So they're sort of more like learning guides. So our first one went out this month, which was landscape and visual, and you can expect to see environmental management and sustainability going out later this year. And again, they're freely available to members as a PDF. So again, encourage you to join us and get access to these resources and tools. We also have a relationship and an agreement with CIHT. So for those of you that are already chartered or interested in being chartered, we can provide support for you to find a route through to become an EngTech, iEng or CEng. And again, linking to that, we have our membership portal, which allows you to connect to your CPD, accessing your CPD, putting your CPD in, and also through the IQ Connect app, which is a one-stop shop for a lot of the resources, information that we carry. And again, probably one that's less well known at times is the Institute of Quarrying Benevolent Fund, which is there really as an insurance policy. So anybody who joins us as a member has access to that, and that is something that's there for you for life. So once you've been a member, You and all your dependents, if you ever require support, can access the IQBF to provide support, be it in an early career or later in life, or whatever the challenges may be. I think it's a really good resource to try and support people. As Viv alluded to,
Sorry.
worries.
Sorry to
As Viv alluded to, one of the big things for us is that we do collaborate a lot as an institute. So our role working with MPQC, working with Quinjack to try and make sure that we provide joined up support across the whole of the sector is really important to us. And I think that's none more so than the Minerals Matter campaign, as Viv's touched on, which is really important for us as an organisation. Especially as the institute itself, our head offices, we relocated to the National Stone Centre here in Derbyshire, which is really about outward facing, trying to raise the profile of our sector, its importance, and also the jobs that are available, because we know that we want to build a sustainable workforce for the future. And just to finish with, a couple of pleas for you, though, of those of you that are joining us or thinking about joining us. There are some great tools that are available to help you develop your understanding and knowledge of the Institute. One is the Personal Development Wheel, which is based on the Skills Wheel, which is our sort of competence framework. That's a great way of getting started to understand where you're at in terms of awareness levels against some of those key criteria. It's free to access, so I'd suggest that you can access that through the IQ website. Go on it, see where you're at, because that helps you plan your CPD as you move forward. And then say the IQ Connect, which I really would recommend of those of you who are joining us, is to download that, because not only does it allow you to access and input your CPD records, but it's also got access to lots and lots of information, be it Quinjack guidance, our own guidance, our CPD Select series that we deliver online as well for members. So there's a huge amount of resources there available. So at that point, I will stop talking and allow other people to get in on the fun. But thanks very much and welcome to the IQ.